my name is Suesan, and I am the homeopath at Natural Medicine and Detox. And today I would like to discuss with you about emotional well-being and emotional health, your emotional health. And so to start, I just want to say being nervous and uncomfortable, having a few anxieties is normal stress of life, whether it's a job interview or getting ready for an upcoming vacation. All those things kind of can cause some anxiousness or nervousness and normal within range emotional feelings. But when you are experiencing these feelings more often and they're interfering with your daily life, such as not wanting to drive because it's too much traffic and you get nervous driving, or not wanting to see people because you maybe have a phobia of going out, that's when possibly homeopathy might be able to help. So there's some great remedies that I use common. And one of them is aconite, and this is for something that happened very sudden, say like a car accident that possibly you're not able to overcome driving again after an accident, and we would use something like aconite to help with that shock and fears. Another one is ignatia, and this one's a great one. I use this one so often for people who possibly have lost someone in their life or some great grief. I've recently used it for an elderly gentleman who lost his wife, and he was having some indigestion issues, and they always came on at night. And so as we were talking and I was doing my intake with him, it came out that he had lost his wife, and that was the time of day where he had his greatest feeling of loss. And so we used ignatia, and guess what? No more heartburn. It's amazing. And he was sleeping a lot better afterwards as well. Surprisingly enough, we have another remedy called arnica montana. And again, post-trauma, whether it's a head concussion, possibly from that car accident, or a concussion from a fall or something, and we can use that to help with some of the trauma mentally and emotionally from that accident. I had a client a long time ago, several years ago, that she had constant car accidents. One such thing, she got thrown out of a two-story window. She also got thrown out of a vehicle on the freeway. Lots of trauma. So we didn't only just use the arnica for her physical injuries, but that emotional trauma from those circumstances, and it worked very well for her. Another one is gelsemium. Love this remedy. This one, I use this one mostly for students who are taking that big test, possibly a little stage fright, fearful, and again, normal fear of an exam is normal. That's it, that normal nervousness. Am I going to do well? Am I studying enough? Absolutely normal. But when it's affecting your sleep, your well-being, you're unable to be with your friends and enjoy life, then maybe a little gelsemium will help you get over that hump. And so I do use that one a lot with my college students. Another one was arsenicum. I have a great case of this one. A client had fear of flying. She had other stuff too, but this great fear of flying, and she always had to medicate herself, and she was really nervous to go and medicate herself because she was flying alone. And as a woman, you know, flying alone, she doesn't want to be medicated on a flight, not being aware of her surroundings. And so I gave her some arsenicum for other stuff as well. And she told me after that trip that she was able to fly, and this woman was not able to fly at all without being medicated. And so she was able to actually make that long flight. It was up north, and without being medicated. And she goes, I took my arsenicum and I took it a dose before I went, and she goes, I was nervous, but I was able to do it without being medicated. And so it's just such a gift to be able to, and a pleasure and an honor actually, to help somebody with these emotional states to be able to live a better life without having these feelings and of that prevent you from doing what you want to do in life. So another great remedy is pulsatilla, and I love using this remedy, especially for young ladies between the ages of 17 and 22. Normally during this age and stage of a young lady's life is the transition to becoming a little less dependent on peers and more aware of who they are as a person. And that's emotionally, that's a struggle, and some women, young ladies, struggle with that. The self-confidence, the developing your own likes and dislikes, and that might be different than their peers. And there's this struggle of wanting the attention and wanting the validation of their peers, but it not sitting well. So it's this internal struggle. And so what I find that pulsatilla does is it really helps allow that development to happen during this stage of life for these young ladies, and it's super helpful. So.